Like stammer.
Mate, have you had a cough? Have you had a cough?
Have I had a cough?
Yeah, during this whole COVID thing or what?
COVID, you know, I like the way you say it still.
COVID.
Someone else said that to me as well.
COVID.
COVID, still the same.
Have I had a cough? Nah, man.
Yeah.
I've been fucking COVID free. Get me? I think I'm immune still.
Immune. Yeah, all right, bruv. Don't get cocky. If always one gets cocky, you're not getting it.
Listen.
Is your immune system strong?
Listen.
Don't get it.
P. Listen.
I don't dare mock it, innit? I'm not gonna mock the
This
thing.
is the thing. Drink this and you will not catch COVID. Telling you, fact.
What are you saying? You had a cough?
Nah, I've had the sniffles here and there. I've probably got it all in now. You know what I mean? But I probably I might can carry it. But I would never ever be sick from COVID.
You what?
Some people can't be sick from it, and I've been around.
Asymptomatic.
I haven't isolated once. You know, I haven't followed the rules like everyone else has, and I've been okay. But I've been around people, or I know people that have got it. Look, man. Hey guys. Nah, but if your immune system's strong and I eat well, I won't get that. I top up on vitamin D and things like that. And yeah, if your immune system's strong, you won't get them things. But if your immune system is not the greatest, then yeah. And I think this is the time when people are realizing that, I thought my immune system is solid. And you're realizing that, it probably ain't at its best. It might be cool for a cold, it might be cool for little other things, but COVID is like a cold on steroids.
Cold on steroids.
Don't mess with it. Like,
that's what it is.
My mum's got it. My cousins got it. Daughters had it. Like bare people that I would think, you've got it. Like
Around you,
yeah, and I've been around them like at times. No.
So you
Hey guys.
I know bare people that's had it, innit? Like if something's going on. Something's going on that we don't know. You get what I'm trying to say?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, obviously,
we don't know. Like what? He's saying his family members are caught this thing. And what do you mean?
Listen, I'm a big man, bro. I've never heard of
can't say this thing, though.
Big men don't get COVID.
No, listen, I'm not saying that. But since I've been alive, you've heard of flu, you've heard of chicken pox, you've heard of all these little bits and bobs that goes on. I've never heard of COVID. Yeah. So from what I know, this was made by some geezer in a lab.
Yeah, but Ross, you can't deny that people are dying out.
No. So what I'm saying...
People's family members, people's friends, this is people's people.
No, listen, you don't... Listen, if I tell you my story, you'll be like, okay, I hear you. I work in an old people's home. I work in a care home. I see bodies every day.
Yeah, but
you get what I'm trying to say?
I know. You can't dispute that. At the end of the day, people out here dying.
It's a virus, but we don't know what it is. Do you get what I'm trying to say? We don't know. They're saying you have to get this injection or whatever. Your body might not be able to get this virus. It's something's going on, but we don't know what it is. You get me? They're making it worse and sound worse than it is. You get what I'm saying? I reckon if you're old and there's something wrong with you, or if you're vulnerable, you got asthma or something already, it's going to give you a problem. Do you get what I'm saying? But if there's nothing wrong with you and you're fit already, you don't need to go and get these injections and all that. You're good. Your body, the immune system, you've got one for a reason to fight viruses and these sort of things there. You get me? They're trying to take people's immune system away. You get what I'm saying? It don't make sense. But from what I know, there's something going on.
Take people's immune systems away by doing what? What do you mean? Take people's immune system away, how?
As in, from the body naturally, fights against
I agree with you.
You understand? Naturally. If you eat well and you look after your body, it will work even better. Do you get what I'm saying? If you haven't got that and your immune system's weak, like you've got a little flu or you've got a behind the scenes illness, it's gonna fuck you up, this virus. Whatever's going on. But we don't know what virus this is. This could be a flu, like he said, on steroids.
I've done a bit of research on it, I haven't spoken about this at all. Only to friends, like having general chit chat. What do you think? Blah, blah, blah. And over the past year, we've heard a lot of stuff, like, and I don't watch telly, So when I'm aware of who some people are because it comes up on Instagram, innit? So you know, so you know, you get people like reposting what Boris said, and they repost what Hancock has said. But that's my only way of understanding what their view on, like lockdown. I don't know about lockdown through Instagram. I don't know about lockdown through sitting down at 8 o'clock and watching what Boris has got to say, listening to what Boris has got to say. Do you get it?
Never am I listening to Boris, fam. Ever.
Well,
you can't listen to a man.
He's
A
the
man
one
that don't
that
even do his
said that we're in
hair.
a situation, innit?
A man that don't even comb his hair, I'm gonna listen to you. You must be crazy, fam. You get
No
me?
brush.
That's true though. Man's telling everyone to stay in their house. He's the first man I know that got it. Where was you then? For you to come and to be telling me rules, this number one rule, this rule, that rule, but you've got COVID. And you're walking about in London, handshaking everyone and that. Fuck off. I'm not listening to you. You're having a laugh.
So, like I said, I haven't really had a minute to talk about it properly, but now's the time. And I think that a lot of the rules, I think, first start off with the rule breaking. I think the reason why a lot of people break the rules is because it just don't make any sense to me. Like what you just said, well, we've got Boris himself, the Prime Minister of the country, and we know he's got a little team behind him that told him, look, now's lockdown. We're like, we know it ain't you, Boris, deciding. Like, we get it. We're not that naive. So we know that your little team behind the scenes has told you, let's lock down the country. You get it? But we know full well when you had COVID, you told us you had it and you were out shaking people's hands. So you're directly a hypocrite because you said this and your actions were contrary to what your rules are, to the rules you're enforcing. And I feel like with that kind of inconsistency in what you're saying, people don't really give a shit about your rules. So when you come on and you say, for example, there's all like underground raves here. We've seen them on Instagram, 1,000 men in a, or not 1,000 men, but 1,000 people in a warehouse. Or
I've been to one.
We've seen them everywhere, haven't we? People running out and laughing or whatever else. We've seen that. But when you, like I'm someone that reads a lot of comments when it comes to these little clips, So when you watch these clips, people in the clips like, oh, you're killing us. You're gonna hurt the country. We're never gonna get a lockdown without, because of people like you. And you've got these people that are pro-rules, sitting indoors, mad at the people for breaking the rules. And for me, all that comes down to, and I know I say it all the time, stripping back the brainwash layers and having a bit of little thought for yourself, thinking about, is what's being said, does that make sense? Is it sensical? Are the rules sensical? Now, since we got the topics, this one's been bugging me, I promise you, because I've got so much to say. And I don't want to keep on going on and going on and going on and going on. So I had to stop in places, you get it? But I'll start here. If they were to write down these rules from what they've said to us, and I've got to interject myself, any one of you people that's looking at this like, he's a conspiracy theorist, switch off or go away. Not interested in what?
We need the views, man.
And I tell you why I say fuck them is because of this, All these people that cry conspiracy theories, conspiracy theory that, those people I find the people that don't do any research. They're the people, they're waiting at 8 o'clock for Boris to speak and Hancock to speak. Whatever they say, they're gonna accept. Pro-vaxxers, give us a vaccine, that's the only way out. Those people, so far as I'm concerned, they just ain't done any research to get it. And the thing is, you ain't even got to research conspiracies. Forget every conspiracy. Forget thinking to yourself.
No, but listen. The reason why I think there's conspiracies and that going on in this COVID thing, is because the government's not being real about the truth. Conspiracies only start when someone's telling a lie. Do you get what I'm trying to say? If you're being real about something, then I ain't gonna start saying, making up this lie about it and that lie about it, because there's a fact. It's in front of me. You understand?
I agree.
Boris Johnson saying, don't go out. If you go out, you may get COVID. You're gonna die. Then you're out. So that's when comes in people's head. Let me show you something. How much people, I guarantee you know someone that's been affected by COVID or someone that's died by it. Yeah? Do you know someone that's passed away by COVID?
Yeah.
Do you know someone?
Yeah.
I know a couple. Do you know any?
Not directly, but
you know someone, yeah?
Off someone, yeah.
What's
someone
this?
else.
Tell me.
Indirectly.
Tell me one MP, royal family, celebrity or something like that from here in England that's died.
That's unusual.
The Queen
That we
and
know
her big age, the Queen and her husband. Them man ain't even catching it. There's something going on, cuz.
All right.
Come on.
Hear me out, yeah?
There's something, there's a disease, there's a virus.
Me and you
whatever.
right now are on the same page.
But it's been planted. So when I know where the conspiracies are coming from. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I like to talk about what You know what I'm trying to cut out? I'm trying to cut out anyone that says conspiracy. That's the way I'm going to try and word this. You get it? So anything I say to you is going to be things that I've already said that I'm repeating, that if you research, you can find out for yourself. Void off, I think they mean, and I'm not saying that's invalid, I'm saying, but what I've got to say is I want to cut all those people that are seeing the comments as a conspiracy theory. Oh, you're a conspiracy. It's those people I'm trying to get to, because I'm already on the side of, I don't believe what's happening. Not all of it, I believe it's a mixture of truth and lies. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So let me try and express something to you, yeah? Me and you right now, we're on the same page except the part that I don't think it was made in a lab. If it was or if it wasn't, if I go down that road, then it's going to be going down a back road, going back down the road of conspiracy and that sort of stuff. Yeah, so forget all that, yeah, for me. If we just look at the rules, just the rules, before we even started talking about vaccines and if vaccines are real and blah, 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 forget all that. Not forget it, but put it to the side for now. If we just look at the rules, void of people, although people have to be involved with rules, but let's just imagine this, yeah? What we've been told, facts. If I say something wrong, you can pull me up because we're all sitting down watching the news. We all access to the same information, yeah? Boris says, close gyms, close restaurants. Anywhere where you can sit close to each other, close. Right or wrong? All that shit shut, right? Schools are open, right?
Yeah.
Kids are gonna mix and get close to each other more than people do in a gym. Maybe a spotting partner's gonna get close to you, yeah? Kids are gonna mix and get close to you than you are in a restaurant, than people do in a restaurant. Everywhere else they've got closed, children are gonna be mixing and touching and hugging and whatever. You know, we're already youngsters, you don't even think about it.
They put their hands in their mouth every second. They do all sorts of mad stuff.
Exactly. So kids are gonna be doing that more than adults would be in these situations. Their justification is kids got a strong immune system. That's what it's saying. Kids are less affected, right? I'm telling you, if this virus, are you telling me this virus, is what they're saying, this virus only can't affect youngsters' immune systems, but not adults? Because if you're saying youngsters are less affected because their immunity systems are stronger, why aren't you then talking to us as adults and telling us how to strengthen our immunity systems? Because if you're justifying it and saying, if you're justifying your rules by saying it's about immunity systems, youngsters are less affected because their immune systems are stronger, and you should also be advising
then
us
you build up that adult
to strengthen as adults, our immune systems.
100%.
It's just as simple
but they're
as
not.
that.
They're saying, yeah, take this injection. Here you go.
Aha, you see. So they tell you what is the cause of the stores being open, but then don't have the same application to you as adults. Doesn't make no sense to me, to understand. That's just one rule, yeah? And we can go on and go on and go on and go on and compare this rule to that rule. As soon as you, like what you just said, when I mean you, I mean us as a society, as soon as you clock onto someone talking shit, you think, so, fuck this, I do what I want. Psychologically, no one can preach rules to us, yeah? They don't make sense, and then you follow the rules.
Yeah.
Because the rules don't make sense, I'm not gonna fucking do it, mate. So whether you're Boris Johnson or Hancock's the worst. This guy gets on TV and he's saying, every time I hear this guy talk, deadly disease, deadly disease, deadly disease. And then you get brainwashed sheep that just believe whatever this guy says in the comments underneath, because I look at a lot of stuff on Instagram, I do my research. Like I said, back again with the people that are anti-conspiracy theories, you're killing us, because Hancock's sitting there saying deadly disease, deadly disease. All right, let's have a look at government figures. Not even, like I said, forget the conspiracy.
Yeah, but you can't listen to the government figures.
But you can, bro.
Why can you?
I've done it myself.
Yeah, cool.
You just go
because it says,
CDC.
Because you put the TV on and on the news it says 8,000 died. That means it's true then.
All them figures are manipulated.
Come on, bro. That don't mean because you see it on the news and it said 800 and something died today. That means 800 and something died
I was
today.
with you in
It's a business.
That's what you should know. That's just a fake lie from the beginning.
And they've always got little asterisks and little terms and conditions.
Come on.
Like these figures are for you know what I'm saying? It's never just.
If they're trying to push a vaccine on someone, vaccines cost dough. Someone's making money from this. So let's push it on a man. You understand? Let's push it on them. So if we say to England, if we say to the population,
yeah, but you know what, you're getting there, but bro,
if we say to the population,
you drive the long route around, man.
And really 150 are dying, more going to be like, yeah, let's take the vaccine. You understand?
Say again?
So if we say to the population, if we say to the whole world, just say 500 die, yeah, but we say to the whole world, we say to on the news, 1,500 die. More people are going to be on it like, right, I need to take this vaccine
100%.
thing. You understand?
So look, you see what you said about me take a long time to get there. My mate Darren said the same thing. You know why? Because if I talk, what I noticed, yeah, little side note, I find if I talk short and sharply, people then start going to, what do you mean?
No, man, don't stop beating around the bush, bro. Straight to the
No
point.
problem, no problem.
Get me.
So the cdc.gov,
Yeah.
I'll say that again, cdc.gov, their official numbers for people that have taken the vaccine, right? I checked it last week. It was 112,000 people had taken the vaccine, and 3,500 are now sick or they're ill. The asterisk for the 3,500 says that they can't now function in society normally. They need medical help, do you understand? Since they've taken the vaccine. So from that 120 odd thousand, you can check this out yourself. I told you, cdc.gov. So from that 112,000, 3,500 are now in this position. And whether it's temporary or it lasts a certain amount of time or it's permanent, I don't know. That's just what the asterisk says. So you pro-vaxxers, do you want to be part of that 3,500?
I'm not going to be the 3,501. That's not me.
On that side.
From they rolled out the vaccine, they put out that they were giving a one-time payment for anybody that was disfigured or received any disability from it, capped at 120 grand. Yeah, so that's anything that happens to you. It could be life, you could be a vegetable, and that's all you get. Yeah. Then as well, they made sure that you couldn't sue Pfizer, you couldn't sue anybody under any of them terms and conditions. So from they rolled this out, and then they put that in place already. That just says to me, we ain't really sure about this, and if it goes wrong, this is what you lot get, and leave it at that.
They capped it at how much?
120 grand.
You're a cabbage for 120 bags. You got
Not even
mad.
worth it.
They changed the rules, this is what you sounds true. They changed the law, not the rules, sorry. They changed the law and they said, because we've rushed this vaccine, if anything happens, if we've done something wrong, if we give it that glass, it's got the vaccine and you drink it, it goes wrong, we're not liable. Yeah? We're basically part of a worldwide experiment. And all you people that think it's pro-conspiracy, do your research. It's fact. As a vaccine work, yeah? I'm not a doctor, don't claim to be, don't have a PhD in that sort of stuff, yeah? But what I know is fact. Do you know what I'm saying?
You see these vaccines, is that the CDC, is that just for COVID? Is that for like the measles vaccine and all the other ones? So what's the numbers with the other vaccines? Is it the same? Is COVID out of the...
I don't know about that.
Because that could just be...
It was for it says there,
It
Pfizer.
could be normal numbers because...
What do you mean?
That could be the normal numbers for the measles in vaccine.
No. At the start, it says Pfizer vaccine. It says exactly what the vaccine is.
No, but what I mean is...
Who's taking it and been okay, who's taking it and been...
But the numbers, what I mean, the ratio, the percentage of people that...
Those percentages, actual figures.
Yeah, so if we do put it all into percentages, when we check all of the vaccines that we mandatory have to get, like the babies when they're in the baby care, they have to get all these vaccines. How many of those babies die or have disfigurements or life-changing health problems? Because this could be all vaccines doing the same thing.
No, but
COVID could be the same as that.
No, but watch this.
You know what I mean?
You see the difference between them? Them vaccines have been getting used for years and years and years. COVID's just come and hit the streets now, you get me? So they just put this together, give it to man them, see what happens. Do you get what I'm saying? Them ones that babies are going, they've already done testing. Remember that man, the one who made the new vaccine now, that they're saying he made one of the vaccines. He made a vaccine for polio in I think it was somewhere in India or something like that.
Bill Gates.
Yeah, my man duppied like 60,000 kids or something like that. Fuck them up.
Don't think that this COVID vaccine
So they've already done these guinea pigs and experiments on the under third world countries already. Do you get what I'm saying? With COVID one, they ain't had time to do that. Because these little third world countries are saying, we're not taking that.
Yeah, let me give you...
Do you get me? That's where it's a bit different. You get what I'm saying? The polio, the kids ones that they give the kids and that, they've already given it to all the kids in Africa, all the kids in India, and all that, and seen while go on. Oh, that one don't work. That one works. Oh, that one don't. You get what I'm trying to say? Now the English man then will buy the ones that work. US will go and buy the ones that work. That's how it works. But the COVID thing, it's come so quick. All these companies are just trying to make a change. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
This is the cure. We got the cure. We got the cure. No one don't know in 12 months, you take this thing, what happens to you.
Yeah, yeah.
So you got this isolated, whatever it is you're trying to vaccinate against.
Yeah.
You then get a healthy person that's never had it. You inject them with the disease, test them, make sure they've got it. Then you inject them with the vaccine. And then you come back and see if they've healed, or if not healed, but if it's worked, the disease is gone, or the virus is gone, or whatever it is you're trying to vaccinate against has gone. You get it? Before you do human trials, you've got to do animal trials first, yeah? The other way is they find a healthy animal. This has a person again, forget the animals, because they haven't used animals in this trial. They've gone straight from making to people. They've cut out animal trials. This is why people like are so against it as well. So you've got the disease, you inject someone that's healthy, never had it. Sorry, you've got a healthy person. You inject them with the vaccine, then you expose them to the disease, and then you see from X amount of people how many people will still get it after they've had the injection. You get it? So because they've not gone through the trials with animals, they've gone straight from creating a vaccine to giving it to the people. We are part of the experiment. Do you understand?
Also, we
I'm not being the
believe.
guinea pig, fam. That's long.
No, but this is fact, not conspiracy. That's how vaccines work. in
No,
simple
yeah.
terms.
How vaccines
And
work.
that is, so we are a part of the experiment.
But that's what they're telling us. We don't know for how long they've had this vaccine. We know COVID's been about for time. It's been around for time. They've had the disease in the lab for ages. So for all we know, they've already known, they planned this out. And if you look at the history of measles and polio and all these other things, they introduced the vaccine the same way. And then everyone had to go get it and it became the norm. And there probably was people fighting against the vaccine back then. Just the other day, there was an American actor talking about vaccines probably 4 or 5 years ago. Robert De Niro, one of them big ones.
That's
yeah,
right.
talking about vaccines for babies and they shouldn't have this because they get...
No, sorry, it was Robert De Niro talking about his son. His son went to the hospital, had an injection, fell ill, autism.
Yeah.
And then they were wondering, his son was at the hospital, had autism, and I was like, where's the autism, where's it come from? Done the research, they said, because vaccines got mercury inside. No liquid metal, mercury. So what happens is, in some people, the mercury travels and sits in a certain part of the brain, and it causes autism. Fact. Forget the conspiracy. Fact is what happens, and they know that from research.
Alzheimer's as well.
And that's what he was upset about once he found out, and he actually put out a reward. I think it still stands. He said he'll pay anyone 100 or grand or blah blah or whatever it is, or whatever he said then, to disprove what the link's there to disprove what he's saying about vaccines. Sometimes I feel like they talk to us, and we're just gonna accept and believe. It's
I'm
almost
not
like
an idiot. You can't just say anything in the paper and the news and I believe it. I'm not five.
It's crazy. And I tell you what else is crazy.
Crazy.
You remember when it was first started out? You don't see his face so much now. But Bill Gates was pushing his thing like crazy, bro. Bill Gates is right.
Because he's making peas. He's making billions from this.
You got to get a vaccine, blah,
You get me?
You got to get a vaccine.
He's making money from this. Man's inventing diseases and then shutting the cure, man.
Bill Gates, I saw him on I saw a clip of a TED Talk like 10 years ago. You can.
Yeah,
I didn't see it. 10 years ago.
Oh my days. I know exactly. It was made 10 years ago. I see this, man.
Now, Bill Gates is on there,
Population
saying
control.
Yes.
the world population is at 7.6 billion, and it's going to go up to, I mean, my numbers might be wrong, but we know it's over 5-6 billion. And in X amount of years, this is what he's saying, not verbatim, but more or less this is what he's saying. You can research this yourself.
I've seen it. He's just
So
talking.
he says, talk about how, I don't know.
Don't even
I
say
learned something
COVID
before.
then or something. He even says it's like a disease is gonna come or some madness, but it might have been COVID.
Yeah. He
I don't even
basically
think he
says on his TED Talk, however millions of views it's got, the world population is at 7.8 billion. It's going to go up to something billion. we can lower that through the use of vaccines and something else he says. Basically controlling the population through vaccines.
Yeah.
And blah, blah, blah. And he goes on and he explains why and how. Doesn't that sound, and we're all sitting like it's normal, yeah?
Yeah.
Who are you to say you're going to lower world population? The audacity of another human being to say with his chest, I'm gonna lower world population by using vaccines. And no one even fidgets in their seat because it sounds so, it's so normalized. All right, let me put this another way, yeah? We'll try and mix it up a little bit, but with the same kind of intention, yeah? Listen to this. Let's say Gaddafi. Yeah, we all know what's his name? Mohammed Gaddafi.
He was a bad man.
We all know who he is. If Gaddafi was to say in Libya, I'm gonna lower world population by using bombs.
Yeah.
What do you think Western media would do to him?
They'll
If he
be
said
mad.
that with
They'll
his
be
chest
mad.
in his
They'll be mad.
country to
They'll
his
come-
people,
they'll come for you
I'm
straight
gonna
away.
lower
They'll
world
come for you straight
population.
away.
Yeah. Same thing,
Power.
it's using bombs, yeah? Right, it's something else. Let's say there was a roadman on there, any roadman, the heaviest roadman you know. Yeah, we all know someone heavy, yeah?
Man said heavy.
Heaviest road, man.
No, 'cause we're all local from the ends. We all know a couple of heavy breaders, innit? Yeah? This heavy breader sitting there and he's like, you know what, yeah? I'm gonna lower the population in X borough in Newham with knives. You know what he's about.
Yeah.
You know what's going on in it. How is this guy able to sit there or stand there on a TED talk, go out to millions of people and say, I'm gonna lower the world population
'Cause he's bred
with
rich.
vaccine. Hang on a minute. Well, I'm gonna shut up right now because I know I talk too much, yeah? He's saying, I'm gonna lower the world population with vaccines, and in 10 years later, sitting on telly, I've got a vaccine for you lot, blah, blah. Bro,
That's what I said,
you're the same guy that was saying you're gonna
disinvented.
lower the, and you're trying to get me to take that vaccine. I don't care what's in it. If you're saying that to me now, if I've the gut, we've all seen him say, we're not gonna get through this until the whole world is vaccinated. We've seen him say that, Bill Gates, recently. If you're talking about lowering, well, in short, if you're talking about, 10 years ago, talking about lowering world population by using vaccines, now 10 years later, you're talking about vaccinating the whole world. Bro, what's your intention? Do I feel like you're here to help me? No, I don't.
For starters, everyone ain't
I
gonna
don't
get
feel like that.
vaccinated. It's all a scaremongering thing. Like, it's not even that deep.
You said from the get-go, it's your immune system.
It's your immune system.
your immune system.
Did you get the thing in school? The
TB?
BCG?
Yeah, I got that.
I never got that. Did you
I
get
got
it?
that. But wait.
you get it?
I didn't want to get that.
I ain't got it.
I didn't want to get that.
I never got it.
Why?
I'm not gonna lie, I've had a couple of
It's like I was
Bunking,
fooled.
use bunking. Use
Maybe. Like I was fooled
that
with
kid that was bunking school, bro.
Yeah, in primary school, he was on it. He was primary school bunking.
It's like a naughty kid, you know.
No, I got that in primary school.
Secondary
bro.
school.
If you
Secondary
didn't
school.
get it on Monday, you definitely got it on Wednesday.
Man was bunking out from primary
Secondary
school.
school.
You was on the next thing, fam.
Primary school.
Yeah, fam.
Primary?
Yeah.
Like, where was I?
Secondary.
Yo, how you get secondary?
Yeah, secondary, man.
Primary school, fam.
Secondary, yeah.
That's the one that gets the TB. It's the one that gives you the big lump thing, brother, and a scar here, bro.
Can't look, but I haven't got none. I haven't got it. I've been all over the world. I never got TB.
I'm sure that they give BCG at birth.
Nah. Well,
Maybe now.
probably.
Is that the one that gives
I know
you-
TB's here, and they give you a next one here that's like
They probably do that now, but in my day, you know, they would put it in your arm, man.
Yeah.
They get a scar. But freaking, I ain't got it. I'm cool. I've been all over. Nothing's happened to man.
I hear your thing.
You get me? So the COVID thing, some
you've been
people are gonna
lucky,
get
lucky.
away. Some people are gonna get away with not getting the COVID thing, and then once all the hype dies,
I've got another question.
Where you
as
gonna
well.
take that? Cool, go.
I've got another question, yeah? I'm not saying it ain't real. I'm not saying it don't exist. I'm saying, for me, they've respun what's already been existing. Like, if you look in medical books, I haven't looked at medical books, but I've looked at Google, and so I'm looking playing about Google, whatever. I've looked at Google, and if you Google it, it come up. Cold, if you catch a cold, yeah, or the flu, that's umbrellaed as a coronavirus. And it has been for
Yeah, but that's what
however
it
many
is.
years.
This COVID is like one of them they've just put on steroids. You get me?
This is it.
They've banged it on steroids, like he said. And you know what it is? Watch this. So they've banged out the first one. yeah, put the whole place on lockdown. But it ain't fucked up as many people as they really thought. So now they've put it on lockdown and said, yo, UK, I got something for you. A new strain. What, new strains just come out the blue?
No, but this is it as well. Look, flu.
Do you get me? And then they drop a new strain now and say, yo, this one's gonna start murking the next whole different people that was immune to that strain.
That was Brexit.
Come on, bro.
That was lies. That was just Brexit.
Flu.
That's what they do.
That was Brexit.
Flu, although the common cold's been around forever, we know this, yeah? Flu has as well, right? But flu actually changes every year, maybe twice a year. And it always has done. So they're only telling you something that is a characteristic.
Like, do you know when I need a sick?
Off the flu, that's always gone on. It's
There's
not
a flu
it's
called
not new
man
information.
flu. Only the man them can get it. You know about man flu? Blood, that's how you know it's corrupt. Why can't a woman get man flu? You get me? You don't know.
Flu, fucking
Have you heard of man flu?
Yeah, man flu.
You heard of this?
You
You definitely heard of it.
I've had it a couple times.
Your
I think
fellas
man flu
definitely
is
use
a phrase for normal flu.
I've had
Your
man
fellas
flu.
definitely use man flu on you before.
Man flu is just when
I can't come round and got man flu. Trust me.
not real.
Because you
I like
don't
the phrase
it's
man
real.
flu, I've heard it.
If you get man flu, you know
It's a real
about
thing,
it.
man. It's a real
It's
thing.
serious.
Yeah.
You can't go work for like 2 weeks. You get me? You can't see your missus for maybe a month. You get me? Trust me. Man flu, serious things.
No, but you see this whole COVID thing to me.
Lockdown in general, lockdown.
The government, this is what I was
Lockdown?
about to say, the government,
that?
yeah, they're up to something. I don't know what it is, but it's costing people their mental health, it's costing people like their livelihood. So whatever they're up to, like, it's gonna be big because look at what we're gonna be in when this is over. The economy's gonna be fucked.
There's something
Everybody's
going
fucked.
on.
Everybody I know, yeah, like, they ain't feeling good, you know what I'm saying? Like, this lockdown thing's got people meds in, you know. This is not right.
People, watch this. People are going mad. Watch this. The economy's going fucked. All this.
everything's
People
fucked.
are going nuts in their yard. They're letting people come out tier 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. 5. They're talking about 5 now. All this stuff and whatnot. But why don't they just lock the whole place down in the beginning?
But this is the wishy-washy.
Why don't you
like,
just
there's
lock the
back
whole
forth. How can you
whole
trust
thing
somebody
down?
that
If you know this is
changes
what's going on, yeah, why don't you just lock the whole place down and let the cure and all these things, or let it all die out? But
they don't
instead, you know what they're doing?
It's a business. It's a
What's
big
this? You know what they're
business.
doing? They're letting everyone do their thing. Rare. You catch corona. I've never seen the government give out more money than they are at the minute. I've got brethren that don't work, going getting 5 bags. I've got brethren that work, they're getting 5 bags. I've got brethren that got businesses, loans, 50 bags. You see the fraud man them right now? Eating. They're eating. You get what I'm trying to say?
That's right.
Right now, listen, this is what's going on. If anyone don't know this, they're stupid. The government ain't stupid. They're doing all this for a reason. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They're doing all this for a reason. They're loaning out all this money. We're meant to be broke. The UK's meant to be broke right now. So where are you getting all this money that you're loaning out? When you say it's time to give back my money, watch.
Yeah.
Come on, bruv.
Yeah. So there's normally the way it works is
That's when the UK really gonna be.
Come
broke.
on, bro.
normally the way it works is they give.
They're giving all this money and all this virus, everything. There's something going on.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
That's what
We ain't got no money. The economy's fucked.
Now
You're
we're
giving
out
out
the EU,
loans
but they're doing
and
Brexit,
mad
and
things
they
to
just shut
everybody and all
everything
that.
down. What the
You
fuck?
get me?
It's mad.
Normally they do that because then people spend again. So then what happens is the money they get, they end up putting back into the economy. So they end up getting it back again. So although
So they're giving them money to give
it's
back
like
to
this,
them.
yes. So
And then you're in debt with me.
no, exactly.
Exactly. Like I'm telling you.
Yeah. But that's
Then
it.
you're in debt with
So
When I give this 50 bag loan, keep the money circulating.
yeah,
Yeah, cool.
That's what's saving this though.
stimulus. Yeah.
I'm blowing it. Niggas don't
Yeah.
know.
But now they still owe me that 50 bags as well. So I've got my money back because you've got
Exactly.
my pair of trainers and gone on and bought this thing and bought that. Yeah, safe.
And
But
the
you still owe me
taxes on
50
it.
bags.
Yes, exactly.
That's what they're on.
So
it's all part of it.
It'll
innit?
come back to them in some way.
They're
sooner
doing
or-
something. So they're making money from
sooner
it.
or later. Yeah.
So the
Well,
government's making money from what they're doing, right?
yes.
Yeah?
That's why you got.
Yeah, we know that.
That's
That's
why.
why,
short,
you
yes.
start flu on steroids, call it COVID-19, and do your thing.
Do you know how you beat all of this
I'll tell you
COVID
what's
thing?
weird though. I'll tell you what's weird. Go on.
You live off the grid. You get your money. You go live off the grid. You buy a piece of land. You build your house. And you don't have to worry about none of that stuff.
It sounds good.
It is happening.
It sounds good.
It's happening.
But you didn't do it.
Yeah.
No, you fucking ain't.
Yes, I am. How you know what? How you know what I'm gonna do?
And now
Chris?
we're in this. And now we're.
How you know what I'm doing it, baby. I said it's happening.
I'm only saying, there's a lot of fucking guys that aren't.
Yeah.
Because although it sounds like a nice idea, I ain't packing up my shit. I live in the woods, bro. Fuck that. I like my
live in
work.
the tropics, man. You don't have to be in the woods.
Wait, well, whoever it is,
Ghana.
I'll go and come back. I ain't.
Of course.
No one's
to get
really,
the money.
No one's really gonna do that.
And go back and spend the money back home, but come here. This is the market. This is where you
That's
get
Cockney
paid.
fucking black, mate. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, what, me?
He's
Yeah.
staying in East London.
They got fish and chips.
He
They
ain't
got
leaving.
fish and chips.
Fuck, you know, you're having a laugh.
A laugh or a bubble, Ross. Let's say it right.
Having a bubble.
So Ross, tell me,
Go on, mate.
COVID, real or fake?
It's real, but I think it's being pushed madder than it really is. They're giving us a remix, you get what I'm saying? But it is real. There's something going on. There's a virus, but they're pushing it. They're making it madder.
When do you think it's gonna end?
But when they've made enough peas.
No, but I'm saying in your mind, give me like a 6 months.
You see like this year, and they've gone all the way through it, this whole year, giving everyone the mix CD, innit? Like, yeah, 2 weeks, then I start again in 2 weeks and all that, yeah? Chatting bollocks. This whole year, we're gonna be fucking locked down again, yeah? It's gonna be even worse. They're talking about if you don't get the injection, you can't even leave the country. Do you get what I'm saying? So they're gonna start doing all that. They're gonna have everyone a year thinking, bro, I've been on holiday for 2 years now.
Make them want it.
Like, mad, like, fuck it, let me just go on. You get what I'm saying? That's what they're gonna do. So they're gonna keep fucking up everyone's life. So they're so stressed, sitting in their yard.
They're gonna ask for the vaccine. They're gonna want the vaccine.
Yeah,
gonna
like,
see the solution.
you're on season mad whatever on FIFA, like it's crazy, bro. You get me? People are gonna be stressed.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be like, cool, bam.
COVID, I think, is fake. Weak immune systems are real, but I wouldn't even call them weak. They're medium immune systems are the new weak. So what a medium immune system was is now the weak immune system. A weak immune system. So if you got like I think like the diseases have got they've mutated into some next thing. So what was a medium immune system a couple years back is now a weak immune system.
I understand.
You know what I mean? So we just have to strengthen ourselves in that area there, and then this COVID thing. But the business is real. The lockdowns, the vaccines,
loans.
the loans.
Yeah, well, that's real.
It's real. You got one of the.
Trust me, it's real, fam. Real life.
That's like, pockets fat, going to make a serious
We can do bits.
Yeah.
And when do you see it ending? 6 months, a year? More? Less?
This is the new norm, man. Let's be real. We're gonna be happy with a 10 o'clock curfew. They give it to us, they're like, yeah, we can go out at 10 o'clock. We used to be out till 4 in the mornings and shit. You know, we're happy with day parties and brunches.
Yeah,
I used to not even go to them to the end. I'm going the first. If there's on now, I'm going from the start. I'm not even trying to turn up like I'm Mr.
I went to
Hollywood
my
there.
first
I'm
brunch.
queuing up with
Mad
everyone.
thing.
Yeah.
I went to my first brunch, cuz.
Yeah. Hard,
Gone
innit?
in there, early hours, come out, licked. Bloody still light.
Still
I
there.
said, this is fucked. I can't, it's fucked up my whole weekend now. I don't know if it's Sunday or Saturday still. You get me? But it's all fucked. It's fucked.
What are you saying? Is it COVID real?
I think it's real because obviously people are dying from it, but I know that there's something going on behind the scenes. I'm not trying to read too much into it. I just kind of have my own personal opinions, chucking to myself, but I'm not really trying to...
Lose that bag.
Nah, what? Yeah, no, honestly, I don't know, it's crazy, but people's mental health is going to be so bad after this, and that's something that I think, because I can just see what gone, I can see close to home now, it's just making me think we need to do something about it, and lockdown ain't it. People need to be going about their business.
Well, the government's on a thing, unless you take vaccine, you won't be able to fuck about
This
again.
is the thing about having
You
to
get me?
prove that you got vaccines. What's it going to be? A certificate thing?
So it's gonna be like a serious thing. It's gonna come like a fucking driving license.
And when do you see it?
Trust
And-
me.
Yeah.
It's gonna be proper.
might
Like, yo,
even-
if you ain't got this
it might
thing
be-
on you, you ain't coming in the airport.
Yeah.
100%.
And when do you see it
Your
ending as
picture,
well?
everything.
6 months, a
I
year?
don't even know if I see an end in sight. Like, every time it feels like, okay, maybe this might blow over. We have seen like there's new lockdown introduced, new tier measurements introduced. So it's just like, to be honest with you, I can't really see an end. So we'll see how 2021 goes.
This is gonna be exactly the same as
Yeah.
I feel
2020.
like we're in 2020 part 2.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me personally, I think COVID is real. They just respan what was already existing, because now, if you catch a cold, it's COVID. If you catch flu, it's COVID, and there's COVID. Like, which is it?
And they're writing off people's deaths as COVID when it's technically not
dying
a
from COVID
complication.
and dying off COVID and dying with COVID and off COVID are two different things. What you said, I partly agree with all of you. What you said, I think is right about a lockdown. It's going to go on for another year, and they're going to make people get to a position where they're going to want the vaccine because that's going to be their access to freedom. I agree with that. I agree with what you're saying as well about the immunity. I definitely feel like you have to get your immunity system strong in general anyway. But for you to try and keep with any kind of virus, you need that. You get it? And I think what you're saying is right as well to do with the people's mental health, because a lot of people can't. I'm all right indoors. I've got a wild imagination. I can do stuff at home. But some people, they're struggling being indoors for such a long period of time.
Some people actually, I'm saying some kids at home think they might be in abusive homes or women in abusive situations.
Yeah.
And like
Certain kids are safer. Certain kids are safer at school.
They also said
get me?
Couples are fighting more as well because they're in front of each other.
Yeah, domestics and all that's definitely gone up. 100%.
Yeah.
But kids, watch this. Even like my mumsy works in a school, yeah, and she showed me that the parents were going sick because the kids ain't at school. I'm saying, because what, like abuse at home or something. They said, nah, it's so fucked up that certain parents can't even afford the kids' meals during the day. So for them to come to school, that's like their meal. You get what I'm trying to say? I was thinking,
can't afford to feed them, yeah.
Can't afford to feed them.
You know, I was thinking about
I said, that's mad.
I was thinking about when I was in primary school and there used to be some kids, yeah, and I remember like one girl, white girl, she was scatty, and she used to think of piss. And at the time, obviously, like when you're young, you don't understand, innit? But now I'm thinking about what life was she living at home?
Yeah, of course. When she was young. You get what I'm saying?
Wisdom, any age was wisdom.
I remember, you know what? I remember.
She must have been, her parents
In a tricky
I
situation.
remember one of those people in school. I remember one of those type of people. Yes.
So it's deep.
You don't
take it for granted.
At home now, they can't even go to school. Like that's deep. So I think that's a big thing to consider, aside from all the science and shit. Because will we ever get to the bottom of it? No. They're never gonna come out and say red dead tear. It's just gonna be you come with your opinion, everyone come with their opinion, but we're never gonna get a solid yes or no. Now we're out the EU. That's fucking us. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a mad thing. I see Donnies couldn't even get out of the country the other day into France. They locked off the border. I've never seen that. We can't even get in France.
Listen,
What do you mean?
I'll tell you straight, I'm taking the vaccine.
Dead now.
I'm taking it. If I can't go out of this country, I'm taking it. We're all taking it. You look all fronted. We're all taking it. You want to go on the plane? You want to go FIFA? You want to go places? Get the vaccine.
I'm not taking it, fam.
Trust me.
If a man can get in the country, if a man can get in this country without a passport and live good, I can get out of this country without one.